This is the Mars paddle from a company called Monster Planet, and you can sometimes find this thing for $40 on Amazon. Is that too good to be true? Well, you'll have to watch till the end to find out. First, let's get into the specs. The Mars paddle's average weight is 8.1 ounces, its length is 16.5 inches, its width is 7.39 inches, its grip circumference is, hooray, of 4.5 inches. The grip length is 5.5 inches, and the face of the paddle is called carbon fiber frosted paddle face. And so from what I can tell, it's a graphite or a carbon fiber face with some sort of texture applied. And of course, it's a 16 millimeter core. Okay, to me, the Mars paddle is super similar to the Elongated XSPAK paddle, which I've reviewed before. Be sure to check that out if you haven't. The only big difference to me is this frosted face feels less rough to me than the XSPAK. I really don't have any complaints about grabbing balls or the spin that I can produce with this face. I did opt for the one with the simplest graphics because I wasn't sure if that paint or however these graphics are applied would interfere with grabbing the ball or anything like that, because there are a few different options, and I opted for the simplest one to make sure that wouldn't be an issue for me. But yeah, this is a solid Gen 1 sandwich paddle. Like, I really don't have any complaints. It's a good paddle. I'd say it doesn't have the most premium feel, but you know, a lot of Gen 1 paddles are like that, and so it's a really solid paddle. Now, the thing that really differentiates this paddle from so many other Gen 1 carbon fiber face paddles is this you can grab for $40 sometimes. Like, I would see this talked about on Reddit and online, and apparently this thing regularly goes on sale on Amazon for $40. And so if you can grab it for that price, it's a no-brainer. This is a solid paddle, well worth $40. I mean, heck, it makes a good sort of backup paddle. It makes a good loaner paddle at the $40 price point. Now, if you can't grab it for $40, that's where my recommendation gets a lot more nuanced, because there are a lot of other Gen 1 paddles in their advertised price, which can be as high as $90, that like I would point you towards before going for this paddle. But for $40, no brainer. So if you're looking for an elongated control paddle, you really can't go wrong with the Mars paddle for Monster Planet. This thing is a steal if you can grab it for $40. So keep your eye out. It happens. These sales go on all the time. At $90, once again, harder to recommend. Another thing that sort of differentiates the Mars paddle from Monster Planet from a lot of other paddles in this category is the packaging. They do a great job. Let's take a look. Mine came in this outer box, and then it came in this really spiffy, perfect for gifts, a box that when you open this thing up, like, you'd think you're getting some sort of tool for surgery. This thing is protected, really great foam. I can't tell you what it's like to be waiting for a paddle and then taking it out of its package and seeing that it got damaged in shipping. That is a big downer. And so I do appreciate that Monster Planet does it right. And they also include an extra grip. This isn't an overgrip, this is an extra grip. My paddle came with a white grip, and they send you another one if you want to switch it out for a black. And I do appreciate that. I don't love ribbed grips myself, but I appreciate that they sent a spare. And once again, packaging is top notch. However, it does not come with a paddle cover, and so sort of use that in your calculation. But once again, $40, you really can't complain. And I have to mention that 4.5 circumference grip is very appreciated. I love XSPAK's beefy grip. I love those grips that are made for normal sized hands, but some people don't like that, so that is something to be aware of. If you want small grips, maybe the Mars paddle from Monster Planet isn't for you, but I think that is sort of a differentiating factor that sort of makes it unique. All in all, this is a great paddle for 40 bucks. I mean, it does everything you could ask it to do. It has a lot of similar qualities to the XSPAK, to some of the carbon paddles. You've got the carbon fiber face, you've got the texture that helps you with the spin, learning all of that, especially when you're starting out. It's got the 16 millimeter core, great for control. great to learn placement. Like, this is a great paddle to really hit the road running if you're looking for your first paddle. It's a great paddle to put in your bag for if you're trying to get a friend or a loved one into pickleball. Like, it's a great deal. If you can get it for 40 bucks, don't hesitate. Anyway, I'll leave a link in the description for the Mars paddle for Monster Planet. You'll just have to keep your eye out for when it's 40 bucks, but I'll leave that link. If you ever buy a paddle with it, it will help me out. Appreciate that. I'll also leave some links and codes for some other really cool paddles and paddle companies. Be sure to check those out. And I actually have a lot of reviews coming out soon, including ones for other Gen 1 paddles. So keep a lookout. Please like and subscribe. That helps. And I really appreciate it. And I hope you get to pickle soon. And just remember, it's about having fun.